The thing is to keep smiling and never look as if you disapprove.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. I've got some tea. I've got some jaunty little Ren Fair music. I got my pen. Trying to be careful so I don't spill my tea. I don't want to spill the tea. What kind of spa do you go to? The Real Steven TV? They play Enya at the spa. They play Enya. That's what you need. No, but welcome in, everybody. We're live over there on Kick. I see some of you guys. I see Grape over there. I see Autumn Amber. Hello. Grape, I hope you noticed the new icon next to your name over there on Kick. I did some upgrading yesterday. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And let's see over here on the YouTube side. Good evening. DL said he was here. And then, of course, we got the Retro Collective. Real Stevie said hello to the chat. Cajun Corey. Swift -1 says, oh no, Creep Troll Splats. Yes, we have some new emotes in the chat that I cannot see and that I did. One of them I forgot to put over there on, what's it called? I forgot to put it over there on Kick. But I don't know. Be sure to hit the like if you haven't already. There we go. I put some Carl lurking, because some of you had asked for there we go. Some of you had asked for a lurker emote, and I was like, I don't know what to do, and I couldn't really think of a fun chibi for that, so I have a fun chibi of baby Carl. I know, look, he's so cute. A fun emote of baby Carl, and he's lurking. There you go, lurking Carl, Schmerge, Creep Troll, all of our new emotes that are over there on top of the top 5, top 10, and we've got the new 50 rocks. I have little screen thingies too for the rock festival. You'll see that maybe one day, we don't know. But anyway, thank you for coming in. Got the elixir, the book, the treasure. Spill the tea. Let's hear the drama. Oh my goodness. Hey, fantastic, sarcastic drama. I don't know that I try to stay away from drama. I don't know that I have any drama in my life currently, except that I did actually spill the tea in my cup. Let me know if everything sounds okay, fellows and fun people of the internet. And let me get my stuff here today. Well, look who's here. It's the Rookie Critic with a $2 super chat that says, have fun drawing another cool creature off to work. You enjoy the work that you do, sir, and thank you. Thank you for your support of the channel. And let me know when you get your project done so we can roll right along. Enjoy your work. Don't do whatever you like whatever you do. Have fun in Florida. Don't catch on fire from Sevi's cooking. I'm going to teach her how to make. So I don't know if I can do it this time around, but somehow we're going to have to teach Sevi how to make pancakes according to the scratchness. But also record the fire when it happens. Content is king. Content is king. And I'm not sure when I wanted to use this screen, but we'll use it for the rookie. I am the one to be your favorite. That's right. Kind of loud, sorry about that, but you're one of Jesus's favorites. Just want to let you know. Okay, so we're bringing in the book, but we are not quite going into the book today. We're going to revisit a character. I would like to get all these guys up on the screen here before we go back into the book to create new creatures, if that's okay with everybody else. I got some plans. But we are going back into the book. Actually, let me go back. Here. Blow the ancient dust off the manuscript here. If you're new here, if you're not familiar with the book of life, if you're not familiar with the book, then you're gonna want to. But anyway, we create fantasy creatures in this book. Was gifted to me by a subscriber, and we create a fantasy world, and we've had a blast. One of the fan favorites and one of my personal favorites was Carl, Chiropanthea, And then one of my personal absolutist favorites is Kefin. Okay. And what we do is that I start creating these characters, and then you guys are the ones that help me develop the storyline and all of that for these creatures. We come up with the name, the species name, we come up with the powers. Do they have a backstory? Are they tied to the other creatures that we've done? And we've done quite a few. We've done quite a few. So for today's selection, how many of you remember? Dastian? Show of hands. Anybody? Oh, and Autumn Amber has gifted a subscription to the community over there on Kick. Do I have your emote up there? Are you in there? There he is. We're going to spam it with some Ambers in the chat. If you have access, be sure to use those. As Biggles met, don't forget to help me remember to buy you a coffee this weekend on behalf of the one and only Retro Collective. Retro Collective. I'm reading all these names. Hey, DL, it's my book. No. We work on this world together. If you don't want to participate and just want to sit back and enjoy the ride, that's fun. But I love having your input. Emily Kruger's in the chat. Hello. And yeah, you do that. Remind me to buy. What you said you weren't really into coffee. Remind me to buy you like a water or something. Stay hydrated. Yes. There's quite a few people that are not able to make it this year that said they were going to due to unforeseen circumstances. So thoughts and prayers. Terrible news. But we'll have fun in his honor. But Dastian, the wayward or the wandering pilgrim. I had an epiphany with this character. If you'll remember him, Dastian. He's not a fairy. You don't call him fairies; they'll get offended. Okay, this is Dastian. Okay, I believe he's a Volan. Let us therefore turn to the good book and read up about this character, because I kind of want to change a couple of things with your help, of course. Let's read what we created about this character. Dastian. Hang on, let me bring this back up. There are two bloodlines of the Volans. Okay, so apparently Volans is the species. There are two bloodlines of the Volans. The Clastians. I think it's the Clastians. I'm sorry if I can't read my own writing. You remember when we go through this, it's supposed to be like a field guide. Like we're traveling in this world, discovering these creatures as we go along. And we don't have much time to gather the information. We just got to jot things down. So even my scribble scrabble is kind of like, yeah, you remember him. There we go. All right. There are two bloodlines of the Volans, the Clastians and the Valenus. The Valenus. Dastian is too colorful, thereby bringing danger to his sister clan. He has the ability to sense danger, but having grown up in the wrong clan, he was never taught how to engage his ability. I kind of forgot some of this myself, personally. There was a division between leaving him behind in the chaos with the sister clan of Clastian. He's called the Wandering Pilgrim in search of his people. So we didn't really record much about this young person here. But I really liked him. And I left him faceless, and we attempted to color him one time, and then we kind of dropped it off because I was having a hard time with faces and I was having so much fun with his wings. But also I thought it'd be kind of fun to leave him faceless because of the fact that I didn't want, I thought, again, it was like a field guide. So it was like, oh, we ran out of time. It's because we have to keep traveling or something like that. Hang on, time for a tea. So anyway, let's bring up the book. Hang on, let me get my... So I kind of got it started a little bit. You can see over here in my corner, I've got Dastian from the book, so I could kind of use them as a color palette thing. But again, for those that are kind of new, let me see. Let me make sure I go back here. There's Carl. I had so much fun. I love Carl. And then, of course, we got Guts. We can't forget Guts. And then we've got ourselves Kefin, Koala Weirtoad, right? And then we made together, this is our most recent creation. That would be Fredward Frisk, the Dwelf, the Dream Eater, who's forever cursed to be a child. He's seen things. Yeah, he's got a lot of, energy and stuff. And I forgot about our little scribble scrabble. The Dream Eater. Yeah, he ate the wrong dream, and it's basically, it did him in. So I wanted to try to do something about Dastian. And you might have remembered me mentioning a while ago. We're going to try to, I'm not really the greatest with drawing these things. I wonder if I give him low ears. I don't know that I want to give him pointed ears. But I had this idea. And again, feel free to give me some ideas. The Dwelf, he's one of my favorites. Yeah. Fredward. I love you, Fredward. Shout out. But so I had this epiphany the other week. You may have remembered when I said don't be creepy, but I was in the shower thinking, and all of a sudden I kind of had like this story. And I know that a lot of it was centralized around Carl, and I still do. But then I started returning back to how do we pronounce it? Dastian. And whoops. I started having this idea where it was like, I don't have it all fully fleshed out. I'm not very good with the kiddos. I am planning on putting like a jacket on him, so I don't want to get too bogged down. I'm not very good with the child like the body of kids. And I know that boys, they don't have hips per se, as they say. I mean, he does have hips, of course, but he's not a girl. Like I'm having a little bit of a hard time here. There we go. Maybe if he... But I want him to be kind of a young person. So I think we're going to have to, like, maybe skinny him up a little bit. And this is just, again, let's see. It goes, like, it kind of goes wide, right? And then it goes back down. We'll just do some basic shapes going on here. But we were saying that in this world humans don't exist, and what is the reason? And we had our dark character, which I want to revisit him as well. And I was thinking, like, what if Dastian meets up with Carl, and it's kind of like a merging story. Carl's on the hunt for Mrs. Carl, and if he doesn't, he'll die. Keffin knows where they are, and I kind of wondered, like, Dastian is maybe on the hunt for his clan or something like that, right? Like, he's on the hunt for his people. Like, maybe he heard that up north, that's where they used to live, kind of thing. And yeah, Dastian's got some wide shoulders. Let's trim him down a little bit. But, what if he kind of teamed up with Carl and he was like, I can help you? And I don't know. I don't want to give too much of away, but that was something that I really thought about. And I'm like, well, what if we, develop... Thank you for the follow over there on Kick. We are inching our way to 320 followers over there. Not too far away. Boys do have, like, there are trimmer though, aren't they? Because they're slim. I guess it depends on what age Dastian is. Are boys just straight up and down, right? I mean, they don't really have waistlines. I mean, they kind of do, but they kind of don't. Again, I'm gonna throw a coat over him, so it's okay. But hey, it's Joe, the Uber Geek, always streaming when I'm off to bed. Have a good. I'm sorry. Sorry, I know I haven't quite worked out a schedule yet. I apologize. But yeah, I've got like this whole thing where he's like teaming up with Carl and Guts, and Keffin, and they are in search of Destian's clan. And there's rumors of them being up north, but that's also where maybe they could find Mrs. Carl, something like this. I'm still playing around with it. I can see it in my head, and I'm not really doing a good job of describing it, I don't think. If you could only see what's in my head. Hey, it's Chris the Geek. What's up, friend? Welcome in. Tinkerbell Rock. Do guys have a curved spine like women? Do all women have curved spines? I mean, I know you do if you have scoliosis, right? So I just want to get like a basic thing of let's see, is it up too high? Is it kind of like up in here? We're just kind of, I'm not following everything perfect because I think his arms might be too long, but I'm actually okay with that if his arms are a little too long, because he is supposed to be, you know, a fantasy creature. He's not a fairy, okay? He's a Volan. But I wouldn't mind if he has some different things. He's also going to have like these what in the freaky-doo-dante are you doing, Retro Collective? Do I owe somebody else another coffee? What are you trying to do? You want me to buy coffee for the entire Geeks and Gamers crew? What are you doing? Retro Collective has you know what this calls for? I don't have a 25, so we're just gonna do I need to make one, don't I? I am the one to be your favorite. You're just one of Jesus's favorites tonight. For sure. I'm gonna have to make a 25 for Kick over there. Like, what in the freakity do? I'm not doing nothing, he says. Nothing. You're just not doing nothing. We're gonna just go spam the chat with some retros. That's what we're doing. He's doing nothing but gifting subscriptions to everybody. Well, thank you so much. You know, yeah. Top 20, I've got that. The 20 is the OMG. It's oh my god. You lower back. You know, I've heard something about this, Tinkerbell Rock. You're not far off. I do know, we all know that women's physique is different, you know, but I don't know that about the spine. So yeah, I might have to look into that. But yeah, there you go. Throw some retros in the chats. We love to see it. You know, I'm just gonna, you know, people like retro make every day feel like it's. Today is Friday. He's more than just the top 5 people in the chat, but I just had to throw that in there because he tends to make every day feel like Friday. Wiley Dave, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Tender Warrior says, greetings and happy terrific Tuesday, everyone. That's right. Oh, retro has made it feel like Friday. So, here we are. So, all right. So we've got kind of this going on, and I am on top of humans, me being terrible at it. Clothing is also something I'm trying to get better at. Thank you, guys. I'm just like looking around. I'm like so bewildered by the generosity of everybody. I'm a little bit thrown off. I don't know how to proceed, so I just like throw stuff at you guys. Thank you. More coffee for people. I'll be sure to do it. Be like, this is for retro. I know one side is off, but it's okay. It's supposed to be a field guide. I thought it would be really fun. All right, I think I should do this on a separate layer. I don't know if I should do Destian's face. I'm so bad with the faces. I feel like his nose is a little off, but that's okay. What if we did kind of... Yeah, one eye is a little bit more open than the other. I'm okay if it looks kind of off, but I'm still looking over there at Kick. Thank you, thank you, Richard. What are you doing? I'm not doing nothing. Liar. Oh, here's a question, guys. Would Volans have irises like humans? Oops. You know, would it look differently? I'm trying to look at my reference over here too. Big old beautiful eyes. I don't want them to look like too afraid, but it is what it is. I think maybe what I should do is slim my pencil down. How's everybody day doing though? How's the week been treating you? I am so bad about making eyes match. Like, he's gonna look stupid here in a second. Yeah, he's like, oh my word! All right. Don't come at me. I know that the eyes are a little wonky, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I think I want to, because I want him to be a young man, but I don't want him to be. I don't want to be too girly here. Maybe just out. It's been going okay, says the real Steven TV. Well, okay is better than not okay. So, how have I been? I'm good. Excited for MegaCon. Things are happening. People are coming to town. I believe I'm going out to eat with some folks tomorrow night before everything starts happening. So, it's really exciting. And look, it's Staccato DDS. How are you doing? I feel like maybe I should say your name faster. Staccato. You know, I took piano for a little while. Isn't that like the jumpy thing, like staccato, bum ba bum ba bum bum or bum ba bum bum? Like, isn't that what staccato is? Like, it's like hotkeys, I think, is what my piano teacher once told me. Doom 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 doom. I think that I could be way off. Okay. Yeah, I don't want him to be girly. So here's the other thing that I kind of had in mind for this kid was, what if he was kind of like a... All right, this is going to sound really ridiculous, but I thought it would be kind of neat if he had a little southern drawl. Like, if I could make this kid look the way that I see him in my mind, it would be so freaking cute. You guys don't even know. So this is just kind of like a practice run. I feel like his ears are in the wrong spot. They're just in the wrong spot. But like, if I could get the jacket to look right, his face to look right, and then it's a gun. Okay, well, so then you don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe you do. I don't know. Do you play the piano? Yeah, I want him to look like a little boy, and little kids, like, their heads are I don't have a lot of experience drawing the babies. Mystery Black Mo, my presence is golden, but this stream is bronze. I'll take the bronze. I'll take the bronze. At least I get to stand on the podium, right? Why are ears so hard? They're not usually this hard. Maybe it's because he doesn't have any hair. Heads do look really weird when they don't have hair, so. How are you doing, Mystery Black Mo? How are you doing? Welcome in. All right, it's not terrible, but it's not great. I don't know what we're doing. Probably focusing too much on his ears, but oh, now we're just going to make him... Yeah, we're just going to give him Dumbo ears. I hate doing ears. They're just like doing eyes where it's like you can't really get them right. So I think, if you guys don't know, there's this really cool feature in Procreate. Let me see if I can find it, because I tend to have an issue with remembering how to do this. Canvas, I think I need drawing guide, edit drawing guide. Ha! I figured it out. Okay, so watch this, guys. So we're gonna move this on over. I think it needs to be here. I'm not the most proficient. I am still learning, but if I'm not mistaken, let's see. Where's it at? Hang on. There it is. Okay, we're gonna put this here. And I think, okay, now I need you to draw. Like, done. Yeah, and if you'll notice, it'll do, I mean, we don't want that. Hang on. Let's get rid of this ear real quickly. Although I should have just used it as a guide. But watch. If I wanted to do something crazy like that. Really, really cool. Oh, well, that's not really fun, Mystery Black Mo. He says he was doing good until he saw my poorly drawn anime character. You draw better than 67% of other female art streamers, but you can still do better. You haven't seen my other work, but I appreciate that. Not that I need to validate myself, but look, Mo, look what I can draw. Have you been here before? I can draw other things. I would show you the rest of my stuff. I don't find that you're worthy to look at it. Oh, but you could look at this one, because I love this one. This is our Dwelf. This is Fredward. But maybe look inward before condemning other people. You know? I appreciate the backhanded compliment. Gun manufacturing. Hey, it's Tommy! Welcome in. Bagel says, I realized I was 4 minutes behind, but you said, how was your day? It was my bad. My vacation started a half hour later, but I get to Orlando tomorrow. Very nice. Very nice. All right, let's see if we can figure out. Do those look childish enough? You could consider this kind of cheating. I don't want him to be too big, but like this little boy that I'm looking at is like super cute, and he's got like giant ears. And this one's a little bit off. I'm gonna guess that it's because, hang on. Again, I'm not perfect at the I don't know what this little green guy does. Oh, he rotates it. But maybe I need to move it over a little bit. Let's give that a whirl. Yeah. All right. I do tend to draw my ears like this. So we'll try. I should have done that with the eyes too, but I don't think I want to give him pointed ears. Oh, I kind of like that. We'll go with it. Now, here's the problem, is that I tend to forget how to turn off the, yeah. Maybe we should do this with the eyebrows real quick while we got it. No, but see, now it's not right with the other side. I like, this kind of eyebrow, because let's see, kids, I'm trying to remember, like, the babies, do they have, I say babies, but like they have higher eyebrows? I don't want them to be inquisitive. See, thicker eyebrows typically. All right, how do you turn this off? This is where I have the problem, is turning this off. I don't want that on anymore. See, that's two grid. And then, okay, but now I have the problem, is that I have the grid on. Come, learn with me. Learn with me, friends. Nope, see, that's wrong too. Still doing it on the grid. I forget every time. We don't want that on. So it's isometric. I might have to Google it. Every time I don't use it a lot. So I have to... I will never be blonde, Mo. I will never be blonde. So You will never catch me being blonde. I'm very grateful for my brown hair. And I have to now... And I might have aught against blondes. Hang on, somebody's texting me. I'm convening with my folks. But apparently I'm good enough for your follow, Mo. I see how you operate. I see how it is. See, even Cajun Corey says brunettes over blondes. That's just how it is. I am so sorry for the distraction, guys. I am chatting with somebody that you definitely are, Bagels. You're blonder. We'll get a picture. Okay. How do you turn off... All right, hang on. Here we go. How do you turn off symmetry in Procreate? Open the layers panel. Yeah, I'm on that. It's assisted. Then toggle over to here. And toggle off page assistant. Well, it's already off. Oh, crap. Will it just, like... Can I just do this? That worked. So, but this one it won't. So somehow... No, I don't want that. Somehow it needs to... I wonder, can I just... No! I learned something new today! Okay. Well, I'm just letting you know, Mo, that I don't necessarily need you, but I appreciate the follow. I won't let it get to my head because, as far as I know, you're a bot. So, and we get plenty of those around here. But hey, you want to follow along? You want to catch some gaming, some craziness? You want to catch some art streams? I'm here. I just won't be blonde. I miss drawing digitally. Oh, what's keeping you from drawing? Amazon delivered your new Bible? What kind? I wouldn't look right blonde. Well, a lot of times when people say blonde, like they just think of one color. They just think of like Barbie blonde, but you would be surprised. It's like gray. There's 50 shades of blonde. And so you get a different tone. Like there's ash blonde, there's dirty blonde, you get your beach blonde, like it's bleach blonde and all this kind of stuff. So there is a blonde that I probably would look okay in. I just don't want to ever be blonde. It's not something that's ever on my bucket list. So I feel like this guy's nose is wrong too, but let's keep going. So with this character, I did want him to have, I forgot. So do I want him to have, so if you guys see over here in our original creation that we did together, his ears, they have these little feather things on them and everything, and they were really long. Part of me wonders if we should keep his ears looking human and then give him, these like antennae thing. Let's divulge. The thing is, I don't want them sticking straight. Oh, shoot. I don't want them sticking straight up. I don't want him to look like an alien. I think that... Mo, you fool yourself, friend. All right. It is Maria. Look at you. Yes. The Amplified Bible. I've heard about that. Seems like a really cool book. Staying for the art. Here for the art, staying for the fun. Tabs and lives. I appreciate that. Tell Mo that. Tell Mo. Somebody go over and kick and tell Mo that what Steven TV said. The app I use for drawing dislikes me being in Discord calls when arting on the same device. Oh, okay. I can see that. All right. So if we were to do something, I don't want him... See, this is the problem. Like, I'm not good with the perspective, and I don't want him to look weird. Yeah. I don't want him to look like a little alien girl thing. So if we were to... See, I feel like it would need to go back this way. Like, really... I don't know how to do this. All right, maybe what he needs first is hair. Why do people keep asking me that? What's everybody so curious about with my status? Are you married? The Tengu, are you married? Curious minds want to know. I do like the idea of having, like, you know, this kind of, you know, messy boy hair. I also feel obligated to upload what I draw everywhere just because I like sharing and I overdo it. I understand that, Tinkerbell Rock. I understand that completely. Talk to Maria and I. Like, we know Maria is also another wonderful artist. It's, you know, the problem is that sometimes we want to share and sometimes we don't, you know? And it's hard to know when to do all that. All right, so I'm not the best with hair either. I'm noticing that I'm saying I'm not the best at a lot of stuff. And it's true. I'm trying to get better, but it's hard. I really like the idea of, like, his hair really just being all over the place here. A nice big side part. So I know Eric the artist said I need to focus on shape and not detail. So let's... the thing is, I'm not good with the shape. I'm not... I want it to be kind of like a ragamuffin hair, you know? I'm not good with it, you know? So let me get rid of the stuff that's here in the center, since that is not technically the shape. Yeah, this is not what I'm going for. I think his hair's too. I don't want that. Yeah, okay. This might be more what I was going for. All right, Eric, you know, he's professional. He might be onto something here. Have you ever learned any mechanical drawing techniques that really helps with perspective? I hate perspective drawing. I hate perspective drawing. I know it's beneficial, so that might answer your question. That might answer your question as to whether I like it or not. All right, so I don't like this. I don't like this wave thing that we've got going on here. He looks stupid. Let's figure this out. Okay, I like where this is going, but I don't like the roundness. I'd like his head to be, I think, a little... Yeah, that looks okay. I don't mind it. I could work with it. I could work with it. Wow, people talking. Okay, hang on. New bookmarks! I'm excited for new bookmarks. I figured I was the first one. No, Tengu. I've got 2 wives, but I'd like 3. You came to the wrong place. I ain't sharing no man with nobody. Good morning, Dreaming Tabitha and Chad. Juliet, good morning to you. Yes, we would all love to see it. Deranged Lunatic, when you asked what kind of Bible, I was going to be smart aleck and say giant print. Well, I mean, they have that. So, I mean, it's not a bad answer. I was going to share some stuff, and the others, well, I don't want to scare people. I understand. I understand completely. Oh, well, you're welcome. I mean, I'm self-taught, and I'm working on it. Like, I didn't start with a good foundation with this character, so that's one reason why he's a little rough, but I like that. I mean, I think you could tell he's a boy. So I think we've you know, hit the mark. It's Whitey. It's a WWW. Whitey Wicked Works. I was gonna say something else. Whitey's Wicked Workshop. You should check out his channel if you like Star Wars stuff and cool room builds. Raul, and is it like Raul or just Raul? Like Paul NT? I want to make sure I'm saying that correctly because I get confused. I want to say Raul, but I could be wrong. Hello? You sure will. Booksmark. Yeah, Bills, we're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on it. I'm gonna talk to you this weekend. We're gonna work on it, friend. We're gonna up the ante with you. Tinkerbell Rock says, I'm currently trying to find a system on how to gamify my life a little bit. Gamify? I don't know what that word means, but I wish you the best of luck. I'm going to assume you mean like being able to accomplish much more and prioritize. I'm assuming that's what we're talking about, but I could be totally wrong. That looks pretty cool. Well, thank you. We are going to attempt to make the yassify, as they say. We're attempting to yassify this character here. And oh my freaking word, it is Staccato dropping the 20. Sir, you've just become...
I am the one to be your favorite.
You've become one of Jesus's favorites. I mean, we're all Jesus's favorites, but now you're just like an extra. You have turned a Tuesday.
Today is Friday. Today is Friday.
I need to get a top 20. I don't know how I don't have top 20 video. So we're one of the top 20. Drop the top 20s if you have access to them in the chat. Thank you all for your generosity. Herschel lady. Yeah, W3. I like that. I had a friend whose initials were WD, and I would just call him WD40. It just, I'm just playing. I'm here to vibe. Hey, either way, I can help you learn how to draw better. I do have tutorials. I'm primarily a chibi artist. But by the way, next weekend, not this coming weekend, but next weekend, the 15th, we are going to have That Tug Life on the channel as I return to teaching YouTubers how to paint. It's going to be fun. If I'm not mistaken, I think we have it scheduled for 10 a.m. on Saturday, but I will double check and we will let you know. But thank you so much, Staccato Diditas. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. Top 20s. Yep. Jesus' favorites. I love it. That's right. That's right. Everybody's special in the chat, but some are Jesus's favorites. That Tug Life. Yeah. All right. So I am liking our boy. I'm liking him. He's looking a little rough and tumble. I imagine a little cowboy would look kind of like this. I've kind of messed up his inner ears here, but that's okay. I kind of like him. So with that being said, so he's looking straight at us. Like, how would that work? So if his ears they would have to kind of go like this, and I don't want him to look stupid. Bless his little heart. Yeah. Well, it could work, but I wonder if I need them to go up higher. Like it would go up this way through his hair. Because I want them to be kind of long, but I don't want it to be that thick. And sometimes it might look really weird, and it just takes a while to get used to, but let's... Okay. He would need skinnier ears. I kind of liked... It's not translating the way that I wanted to. I kind of liked his ear shapes. Hey, can you draw my uncle? Probably not. I could try, but probably not. Mid-bear? Mini-bear? You're from Morocco? Well, welcome in. Okay. So maybe he has them above his ears. Like, let's just imagine that I don't want it to be that wide. I want them to be very... But I don't... Okay, maybe they're coming down to... Yeah, he looks like a little girl when I do that. That's not what I want. See, somehow this doesn't look so bad. Are you playing that music in the background? Do you listen to music with no vocals when you draw? Yes, and yes. I wonder if... No, see, this is it. So here's the thing with this kind of creature. I'm making him face on, and I'm trying to do these really long things like this, and I don't know how to do that without him looking really, 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 really silly. It's almost like it just would like stop. And then but I don't know how to do that without him looking silly. This kind of perspective for the, again, this is like creation, like fantasy creation. So when you're doing something outside of the norm, it needs to look believable. But if it's not something that actually exists, it's kind of hard to. I need Eric the artist on. All right. I don't want him to look too girly. In fact, I don't really want him to look girly at all, but I do want him to look childish. I think that's better. All right. I wonder if if they're above, he'll look like a who. That's the last thing I want little kiddo to look like. I don't know how to make them look like they're laying back, I think is the problem. I mean, that's not terrible. Kind of weird. Homie comes in with hello, followed by have you ever learned any mechanical drawing techniques? Whatever that means, implying you need it. I do need it. It's not really that weird. We do art on this channel a lot. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. MD Bower 1? I don't know. Correct me where I'm wrong, but no, he's trying to mechanical drawing technique. I'm assuming he's talking. Yeah, this looks silly. So there's this idea of like, all right. Like perspective. Oh, I did that the wrong way. The idea of looking out into the, I think this is what a history eraser button is talking about. So typically you use a mechanical pencil when you are doing perspective drawing. It's pretty typical. I don't have much experience because I don't draw buildings. I probably need to learn on it, but I don't do it. It's a legitimate question. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not the best at perspective. So these antennae that this kid has look really stupid when I do it like this. He ends up looking like Cindy Lou Who, and I don't have enough experience to know how to not do that. Unless we somehow just create... I really like the way that this looks. It kind of gives him that moth-like creature look, but maybe we just need to, go with the whole, Vulcaneer thing. And just see. So it probably would have to go behind his head, I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's the case. It would need to go, behind his head. No problem. You guys can throw Maria, we have a new emote for people just like you who are lurkers in the chat. Thanks, Whitey. Thanks for hanging out. Good to see you. I wish you well in your endeavors. And Staccato gives a $5 super chat saying, how do you come up with ideas for things you like to draw? A big fan of fantasy and portraiture, so I just kind of combine the mixture. I often tell people doing fantasy creatures is a great way to practice drawing, like myself, because we create this character here And, you know, good old Carl, I've got the original right here. You know, obviously very different from when we finessed it. But, you know, you start off doing crazy things with a general idea. Like when we did this, I had no idea. I still don't. How to do legs for creatures. I'm not good with animals and things like that. I primarily do chibis. So, you know, that's a caricature of humans anatomy that I can kind of have wiggle room. So I'm trying to get better at actual, you know, body shapes. But while doing that, I love to do fantasy and have fun. So I just decided to mix these things together. And I love world building. I love world building and storytelling. So it really, you know, doing things like this really helps. I hope that answers the question. So as you can see, it takes some finessing, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Here we go. I think we're off to a good start, but give him forward-facing horns. I don't think that would be good. Make him a dragon boy. That would be really cool, but it's not necessarily a hated question. It's just more of a complicated question because it can come with hate. Because artists tend to be very peculiar where our ideas come from. The strangest things can inspire us, and then because people don't understand our train of thinking, we get a lot of scrutiny. So, you know, I don't know who Norm is. Storytelling. Yeah, I do. I love world building and storytelling. The boy reminds me of the Halloween tree card. I don't know that one. I don't know why people are being weird in the chat over on Kick, but oh wow, I forgot. It's Kick. Kick is wonderful. Kick has been very good to me, but it does, you know, bring a lot of strange folk who think they have some access to deleting my account. Yeah. But yeah, look, no, we try to promote positive stuff here. I know some people be like, oh, blah, blah, positivity. No. Like, look, we can criticize and stuff like that too, but it's important that the criticism, there's a balance with criticism. Criticism, there's a difference between a negative criticism and positive feedback, positive criticism, constructive criticism. You know, telling me that my piece looks like crap is unnecessary and like unproductive criticism. Honestly, it's not necessary. It's hurting somebody for the sake of just no reason other than ego. Whereas constructive criticism, kind of like with the history eraser button, was kind of sort of like what I infer from what his comment was, is like, hey, maybe if you practice on perspective drawing, you could get these flippin' ears drawn up. That's right, Grape. Trolls in the chat. Have a good stream, Tabs. I gotta knock a few things out before Moon Skull. Looking for the MegaCon. See you, history. Staccato. Oh my goodness. Another $5. Wait.
Today is Friday. Today is Friday.
Staccato just wants those Friday vibes. He's just ready for it. Are there certain environments that you specialize in for your creatures and or anything goes? Well, you mean for drawing or just create like storytelling? Because I try to work in all. I am working on I wish I could show you. I can't show you it right now. It's a work in progress. I came so far. I would love to show you right now what I did today with my Mayan fantasy girl, but I can't show you, but you have to wait. But for drawing, are there certain environments that you specialize in for your creatures? I really love the forest. I love trees. So usually my characters, but Carl, we have decided Carl lives in a cave. So one day I'm working on like getting better at rocks. I'm not very good at rocks, but I'm learning. I'm following a lot of professional artists on YouTube that have tutorials. So hang on. I was wondering if we would wrap these in the back. Well, but then you can't see them. See, that's the problem then. If we were to wrap his ears in the back, we might have to get rid of this. We worked so hard for it. I mean, that would kind of do the trick, wouldn't it? because they're kind of back here. If we look at our original character over here, and then what if we? I don't know. We're playing around with things. Oh, and then he had. Hang on. You know what? I'm getting tired of. Hang on. Let's bring you over here, friend. Here, Dastion. He's got the furry pants. Going with the criticism, I hope you guys understand that it takes a lot for someone like me to do art creations live, because I'm very well aware of my mistakes. I'm very well aware of the awkwardness. I'm very well aware of my shortcomings. So I hope that I know my regulars, my sweetheart of regular wonderful people, I know you understand. But for there's anybody that's new and you're not artistic, please have some grace, because it takes a lot of humility to put yourself out there for situations like this. I know that criticism comes with the game, but you have to understand it takes a lot. Like, I know where my strengths and my weaknesses lie, so to put them out there for the whole world to criticize is very humbling. And like, trust me, I want to get better. I have high hopes and dreams for myself. So, all right. So then above his ears, there were like these little... I'm maybe okay with that. They might need to be up a little higher. I enjoy watching people draw before sleeping. Oh, well, I hope that you sleep well. It's 2 a.m. My dude, you need to, or ma'am, you need to go sleep. That's why you checked that guy. Appreciate it. I don't know if I'm still pronouncing your name right. MD Boar 1? Tabitha, some people aren't happy unless they're hurting. I know. Oh, I know that, Grape. For people that might not know, it's like, you don't realize it takes a lot for an artist to put themselves out here. You know, frickin' the frack. I should have done the whole symmetry thing. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know. Like, I know you guys got it covered. I'm talking to the newbies. Also, don't take criticism from those you wouldn't accept advice from. Well, I think there's a balance to that too, because depending on the type of art that you're creating, you do need criticism from people you wouldn't take advice from, because if you're trying to sell artwork, I'm not trying to sell this, but like, if you're trying to sell artwork, you have to hear what the naysayers say, and if that's the goal, you know. Learning never stops. It's exactly, it never stops. I appreciate. Thank you. Oh my goodness, Staccato with another 5. I don't know if you guys want to hear Friday again, or maybe you do. Do you want to be part of Jesus's favorites? You guys let me know. Are your creatures protectors of the forest, or do they get their powers from it? How did the forest inspire you? Mysticism. Not mysticism. I've just always been enamored by fantasy. I love that there's so much that you can do with it, and I love the medieval undertones that go with it. I love history. So the idea of almost like merging history with the supernatural is very fascinating to me. I love it so much. Not all of my creatures are protectors of the forest. So in our big book that we've got, our lore book, there were protectors of the forest. For example, we've got Donker. Whoops. Hang on. Let's get rid of Dastion here for just a wee second. So we've got Donker. That's his name. He is an Empnar. And he's part sloth, but part walrus, part turtle, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, if you would read the history of Donker, which is right there in the footnotes that you guys helped me come up with, if you look really close, you'll see that there's a crack in his shell. And the history that we came up with this character was that there was a great war in this land, which is going to play a part in Dastion's story, where there was a great war in the land, lots of devastation, lots of death. Donker was part of the army that was helping to protect. And what's interesting about them is that their shells, when they produce this this power. I remember the Rookie Critic came up with some really good ideas for that. And basically, he and his fellow Empnars, they have this power. Like what is it called when you have like a power surge? Basically, it creates like this power surge. Unfortunately, while he was in the war and fighting and protecting, because that's pretty much what the Empnars do, because they're very slow creatures, but they can help to protect others. They were shielding the others, and unfortunately, Donker got a crack. It's a war wound. And so he is no longer able to emit the energy in a safe way. So you've got things like that. Then you have this little turd on a rock over here, Keffin, personal favorite, the koala weirtoad, who holds this magic stone over here that looks like a piece of wood. He does nothing, and he's not helpful or useful to anybody because he just wants to sit there and hold up his magic stone that keeps him from turning into a rock. So, you know, there's that. Hope that answers my question. Nobody is an expert in you or your mind's eye. No, I think there's lots of people that are experts. Sam does art, for example, literally a professional artist, expert in what he does. I'm sure he doesn't think so to a degree, but lots of people consider him an expert. Maria says, I was in the middle of painting while listening. To do live art is super hard. It's producing and creating while interacting with an audience. You'll be showing how you make mistakes. Yeah, and nobody likes that. The graphic novel I'm doing is going to be dope. I'm so excited to give it to the world. Congratulations, Tengu. I wish you much success. I really do. We need more independent creations and creators. Go get them. Adventures with Roto Commish. Howdy. Yes, and your frustrations. I can't speak for all artists, but I'm very hard on my... Maria, I think we all can agree we's all hard on ourselves. It's like one thing that unites us, unless you're too, like, terribly egotistical. Horror with that! What's up? Says hi. All right. Let's see if I can try to recreate this over here. And maybe I'll raise up the other side and see what that looks like. Yeah, this is... Well, you know, nobody's... That's the other brilliant thing, too, is, like, nobody's ears are exactly the same. So, yeah, we got problems. We got problems for days. Shoot fire. What am I doing wrong? Let's get rid of that. Oh, shoot. Okay, why is it... What's happening? Oh, I'm doing it on the wrong layer. Okay, hang on a second. That would be why we have problems. Alright, let's see if I get rid of this. If that kind of makes it look the same. Because I know sometimes... You know, let's just throw a hook in there. Kind of looks the same. It's a little bit bigger, isn't it? Wow. Did I really just say "in it"? Like a limey? It's okay. They're the motherland. Alright. See, this is like the frustration. Well, we'll just pretend his head's a little bit turned. I'm okay with that. Let's just... I'm really not okay with that. I think it's also his hair. I think that's part of what's throwing it off. So what if it were a little higher and then had the little floofy things? I mean, we could just leave it like that because of the fact that his ears kind of twitch. His head's a little bit turned, so I think that's okay. What are you doing? You just want Jesus.
I am the one to be your favorite.
You just want to be Staccato DDS is just fighting to stay and maintain being Jesus's favorite in the Thanks for taking the time to explain all of that. I think you could be a future JK. That is a high compliment. And do you know that was a dream of mine for a really long time? I find her to be a very inspirational woman. If you know her backstory, it's amazing what she was able to accomplish and is still accomplishing. And she has much of my respect. And she's definitely somebody that I look up to. Thank you. That is a high praise. Thank you. Thank you. Back to painting and lurking. And by the way, thank you. You know, I didn't want to get too deep there. Back to lurking and painting. Got the lurking Carl. That's right. Lurking Carl, little baby Carl. I love this place now. I'm staying. Thanks for the membership. Thank you for coming. Oh, no one is an expert on you? Nope. Nobody but God. And maybe my mother. And and learning never stops. It's hard for everyone. And many artists that share amazing art trace over 3D model or UASI or other trickery. I like human art and creativity. Can you buy this? Not right now. You want to buy this? Sure. $400. Do you use some sort of texture sticker over your screen for drawing? I don't. I've looked into that. But I haven't gotten it yet. So I'm okay with this. I know that it looks like he's wearing a weird headband, but if and I'm probably going to redraw this as well, over to the side, kind of like a field guide thingy, but, I'm okay with this. I think this works out. I like his hair. I wonder if I need it to be a little more shaggy. I don't know. I kind of like me a clean-cut boy. Although it'd be kind of nice if he had some like hair in his face a little bit, I think. Doo-doo-doo. I wonder. What about this? What does this one sound like? Yeah, everybody, let's just chill out. That Tug Life has hosted with 6 viewers. Thank you, Tugs. I was telling everybody that you'll be on the channel next week. Tugs Raid. Cedric BC's. I'm not selling this at the moment. All right, I really wanted to give him like this kind of rough and tumble. Now, again, I'm not good with clothes. I'm trying to get better at that. So we are going to attempt, hang on, I'm going to do it on a separate layer. We're going to attempt to do a jacket. Thanks for the follow, Smallville Men. I see you and I appreciate you. Thank you for all the new followers. We are 1 follower. Let me update because I think we are 1 follower away. No, we're not. We hit 320 followers over on Kick. I see you. Tugs was your first internet crush. Who was my first internet crush? Maybe don't want to say that out loud. Oh my goodness. Oh my girl. But thank you for all the follows. Thank you for making dreams come true. Okay, so I'm not good at clothing, so I think did I do a new layer? Hang on. No, I didn't. Let's do a new layer. I gotta get rid of that line, and then we need to go to this new layer. Who's my new internet crush? I don't think I have a new internet crush. I'm trying to think of somebody like really quickly so that I could just make a joke out of it. Epic Mike. I like Epic Mike a lot. I'm really sad he won't be at MegaCon. I was really looking forward to it. To him being here. All right, I kind of want this to be like an oversized collar thing. And again, I am no fashion designer by any means, so we're just going to try to figure this out. We're going to figure it out. But yeah, I really I got to meet him last year at MegaCon. He's just so chill. All right. I wonder if I Hey, Ghost Rider says, I love your takes on VR stream. Do you really like my take on where I think it's his mom that he's yelling at when he's opening up his show? I like all the women. Such a nice heart. Some women have nice hearts. That's true. That's true. I'd like to make it to MegaCon eventually. I already have about a dozen cons lined up for this. Good for you, Chris the Geek. Good for you. JM the Elite Fan is in the house. Okay, so, all right. The thing about clothing is that it's not an exact shape. I mean, it has a shape, but it's weird. It's weird. So let's see. Here we go. We're gonna do. Yeah, let's try something like that. Oops. Get rid of this really quickly. I'd be invincible if I knew how to do humans and clothes. But, you know, God was just like, we can't make this one too powerful. It just wouldn't be fair to the others. The other problem is that I've got... Hang on. I think that kind of helps a little bit. I'm getting a little distorted. I'm really know how to start. I'm trying to figure out how to get what's in my mind's eye here. So maybe I need to start here. Because clothing just kind of falls. I'm going to Dallas Fan Expo again this year. I wouldn't mind going back to Knoxville if enough people would go. Yeah. Kenny Lang says, I suck at drawing it. Yeah. Same. Your chibis are really good. Thank you. I've gotten quite good with my chibis. That took a lot of years and practice. Lots of crying. Lots of self-hating. All right, let's see. Maybe it needs to go over his... let's see. Maybe the collar needs to, like, yeah, extend. I say the collar, but I want this, like, hoodie thing. It's like when you start studying, like, anime clothing, I don't know how they come up with that idea for a lot of that stuff. It's crazy. And we'll figure this out. All right, so... yeah, it's not quite... I want it to be up a little higher. Bring me a higher love. Higher love. Okay. And let's see. So let's just do some... maybe I'll bring this arm in a little bit. Yeah, it needs to... I can probably warp this. Dr. Bull that says, hello, what's up? I say, hello, what's up to you? We are just working on some stuff. I need to... that's where what's really cool too with Procreate if I wanted to. Hang on. I could warp this a little bit. I do want this to look like it's ill-fitted. I might just redo that arm, but... Oh, Maria! Whoa! That's amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna redo this arm, but I like that I'm bringing it in a little bit. We're kind of turning his body a little bit. We just have to redraw his hands. Maybe. Maybe. And then... A lot of times that's what happens when you draw anyway, for those that are new around here, is that you sketch and sketch and sketch until you kind of get it right. And again, it doesn't really help if you know, don't have much of a background in a particular thing. And so that's why we practice. Yeah, I kind of want this oversized jacket on the boy. Thank you, Psychotic Mongoose. I like the colors you used on the left. Yeah, we're going to try to mimic some of that. I should maybe I should... Hey, Elsid Barrett! Hail to you, too! Maybe I should leave the jacket open. Let's give that a try. Let's go. I kind of like the shoulders. But I really want like this big... Maria, that looks amazing, by the way. Guys, if you could see what I could see. Maria's doing, as always, amazing work. Yeah, and then he could button it up. Excuse me. Dr. Bull, yeah, he's missing the pupils. I'm just leaving it blank like that. So the idea is that this is a field guide. So we're just trying to get a lot of the basics out of the way of what the character, what the creature, because he's not human. He is a Volan. He's not a fairy. Don't tell him that. Is the jacket part of his wings? I know. See, this is where we're running into problems here, DL. One problem at a time. I can handle it all. No, the jacket is not part of his wings. I'm thinking that he keeps the wings under him because if you remember in the story, the fact that he is so colorful brings danger to the clans. So I think it would be a good idea if he tried to hide his colors. I think that would be a good idea. It's a good question. It's a good question. Something to remember. Because, you know, sometimes I get so lost and caught up in the details that I'll forget something important. So, you know. First member message for 1 month, Elsid Barrett. Thank you. Yes, post it. Post it. Yes, yes. We got so many experts in the chat. Well, no, the thing is that it helps keep me on track too. Okay, so in my original, oh, I forgot. Okay, so he has, that's right, he's very colorful. So he has these designs on his neck, and we kept them, we kept them kind of simplistic. Because it's a lot to have to draw over and over again. He's basically Moth Boy, but shh, don't tell him I said that. Oops. He'd get offended if I told him that. Well, maybe he wouldn't. I think he's pretty low-key kind of guy. Kind of kid. Well, Texas fairy. Don't tell him I said that either. Yeah. And so then he's got this. He has like this wooden. This wooden top on, basically. It's like a shield thing. Let's see. It's like covered in moss and stuff like that. So if we could just kind of get the gist of what he's got going on, then that would help. What does this sound like? I just don't want him to look fat. And I think the way that his coat is hanging makes it look that way. Oh, he's so cute. I love him. I love him. Let's bring in the opacity up. Yeah. And then we'll just kind of, whoops. Just put some little hands right there. And we'll refine him. Got long arms. I'm not the best at hands either. I'm working on it. Especially when it's from a different angle. It's like you can always do one side better than the other. There, we'll go basic. There we go. Horror with Nods goes live in 30 minutes. If you like horror stuff, be sure to check out her channel, Horror with Nads. Nadia, she's nice. We like her. Okay. Wally Dave. All right. I love him. He does look still like he has a belly. It's going to be her monetization celebration stream. Is it? I'll have to go over there. I thought she's already been monetized for a little while. I sent her a super chat the other day. She just got monetized? I wonder if it's this curve that's making the boy look. Maybe if I make it look a little rougher. We'll make him look like that Peter Pan that all the girls were fawning over. Like what, 16 years ago? 20 years ago? Or we might just have to change his whole outfit completely. What if we did like a vest? But that it was still like yeah, it's this roundness that I'm like sending the wrong way. Yeah, we're gonna make it like this little sideways vest thing, and then we'll give him like a little bit of a shirt. Maybe a tunic. Maybe that will help. Once it gets colored, I think that will help significantly. But oh, Elsid Barrett has decided that he better brace yourself, everybody. Elsid Barrett has decided that he wants to become one of the people that changes Tuesday into.
Today is Friday. Today is Friday.
That's right. It is now Friday, thanks to all of you generous givers. Yeah. Top 5. That's right. Got the paintbrush and the elixir out. Yeah, my elixir. There it is. Raspberry tea. I encourage you to drink tea. It's good for you. Thank you, Elsid Barrett. Scholar and a gentleman right there. Everybody, look at that name right there. It's beautiful, isn't it? That's right. His mom would be proud. I mean, I hope. I hope his life decisions make his mom proud. Gas station burrito high. Is the reference drawn traditionally? Well, so my reference I have on the screen over here, and then you see my character. I drew him. If that's what you mean. Pardon my. Okay, but his the drawing on the left. Oh yeah, drawing. This is traditional. So this is in my book. Where is he? He's in here somewhere, along with our other creatures. It's Kevin. That's what was his name? Tuerto. Let's see. We're gonna find this Carl's birthday cake. There's Gus. We're gonna find this Moby. There's Kevin. Where is Dustin? There's the bad guy. The Dragon Eye I never finished. There's Benzie. Aha! Dustin. There he is. The Volan. He's too beautiful to look at. He's too dangerous. Oh, my Cajun Corey has decided that he is also one of God's.
I am the one to be your favorite.
Of course, all of you are Jesus' favorites, but some more than others. I know, right? We haven't seen Gus in a hot minute. We need to do Gus. I've got new brushes. That would be so great to do his scales. That's right. Top 5. Cajun Corey is one of the top 5 people in the chat now, too. That's right. Staccato? I thought you disappeared, my friend. What are you doing? Does this character have a companion creature? Thank you for your generosity. What do you do? I'm going to have to buy so many people coffee this weekend. Okay. To answer the question. So the story is ever evolving, right? And so originally it was all about my man Carl and Guts, because if you notice, the tail is a different color than Carl, and so Guts is attached to him. It became part of him. It's a symbiotic relationship. So the story originally started with the Carl here. He is a chiropanthea, and his species, that if they're an elusive creature, you don't get to see them very often, they're nocturnal. If his species, if they don't mate within a certain time frame of their lifespan, they will die. And so the females are very difficult to find. So Carl's time has come, and if the male chiropantheas if they don't find a mate within that certain time frame, to prolong their lives, there will be these parasitic tails that attach themselves to their spine and become like that symbiotic relationship and stuff like that, and they can like share thoughts. It really irritates Carl. You can see he's not happy about it whatsoever. You can tell Guts is just over the moon about it. He doesn't mind one bit. He's in for the ride of his life, And so, but that relationship will only last so long. So Carl is on the hunt for Mrs. Carl, right? So along the way, he met up with some of these characters, so Kevin. Shh, don't tell anybody. But Kevin knows where the female chiropantheas are. The thing about Kevin here, look at that smile. Just look at him. Look at those blank eyes. Kefin can only speak his name. He is not one of the creatures that ever learned to talk, except for his name. So he can only say, Kefin. That's right. Oh, blood and guts. Thank you, Kenny Lane. So Kefin is just obsessed with not turning into a stone, because Kefin... Go back to the book. We haven't drawn Gus. Kefin stole... Where are you at? Where are you at? Aha. Kefin stole this rock, this magical stone right here, from our man Gus. Yeah. Gus was not happy about that. He's very upset. Very, very upset. That doesn't mean anything to Kefin. He doesn't care. But anyway, the problem is that this stone, the magic is wearing off. So Kefin must find another stone, or else he'll be forced to turn back into a rock, because his species, the slang term is a stone bear. He'll turn back into a rock like his other fellow companion, like his other species, the other members of his species, until the next full blue moon, which only happens, as we all know, very rarely. And so he will then accompany Carl on the journey to find Mrs. Carl. Along the way, though, I love it. Kefin might be my spirit animal. That's right. Kefin doesn't care about nothing and no one. Okay? All he cares about, he doesn't care about food. Kefin doesn't care about if he stinks. Look, he's covered in moss. The moss that's growing on the log has now started to grow on Kefin. This is how long he's been sitting on this log. Okay? He doesn't care about nothing and no one. Look at those eyes. They don't care. You got problems? So what? Your marriage is falling apart? Pfft. You got a drinking problem? So what? None of his business. Look, your cat got ran over yesterday. Doesn't matter, because he's got his shiny rock, and he doesn't have to be a rock. His magic stone, he doesn't have to be a rock anymore as long as he holds it. Tariffs and inflation doesn't bother him as long as he's got it. So, but the problem is that, right, I love it, staccato, Hakefin Matata, that's right, Hakefin Matata, I love it, I have to add that in there. It means no worry, it means no worries about anybody's problem, about anybody else. So that is the problem, is then that Kefin will need a new stone. I have not quite figured out how it correlates with him going with Carl, but it's more like kind of like this indebted thing. It's like, okay, I will show you where Mrs. Carl is if you take me to where I think the special stones are, right? So that was how that story was going. Meanwhile, back on the ranch, and then eventually we created this guy, and I love Fredward so much that we're going to have to somehow, this is going to be homeward bound, okay? An incredible journey. There's just going to be like a bunch of these little creatures that just go on this adventure together. But at the crux of it then too, we have Destian, who is in search of his clan. And he believes that his clan lives way up in the north, beyond the mountains. After the Great War, he has a suspicion that his people are still up there, if there's any left over, and he will travel there. Now, why? Oh, and so that is where Kefin believes, it all comes full circle. So that's where Kefin believes or knows that the female Chiropantheas live. Don't ask me why all the women migrated up there, okay? I don't have time to figure out the world's problems. So they live up yonder, right? Way up yonder. The thing is that the humans that once lived in this world also lived way up yonder, or so it's said. And so Destian is convinced that if they go together, they can help each other out. Now, Carl, in a way, is much like Kefin, where he doesn't care about anybody, nothing and no one. He lives his life, he does his thing, And it's a major inconvenience that his life is about to end because of a woman, or the lack thereof. And it's also a major inconvenience that he now, as a lone wolf, must be tethered to this stupid, attitude-filled, parasitic tail named Guts. So, he doesn't like anybody, he doesn't need anybody, he doesn't want anybody, but the problem is that none of that is actually true. And somehow, he has to humble himself and accept the fact that he needs help, or else he will die. So, he is going to help this little boy, this little Volan boy, male, find his people. He's going to help Kefin find his rock, and Kefin is going to help Carl find his mate. But, of course, there will be problems along the way. Ooh. How will the humans react when they see Carl? Asks Terra Crystal over in the chat. I guess we'll have to wait and see. You are too precious. I can't even handle your passion. I'm telling you what, I'm so excited about this story and so many others that I have. Faux shizzle. Faux shizzle. All right. I still think there's something. I think one of the things that's wrong is that I'm ending it on a curve, whereas it needs to go straight in. I think that was part of the problem. It's still not jagged enough to look kind of like wood. So I think that was part of the problem there too. Like maybe like a wooden sash kind of thing. I think that also, here we go. This is, yeah. I love these creatures. I love the fact that you guys have helped me. See, that's the thing. The chat has helped create this world too. It's not just all of my ideas. A lot of times I'll ask you questions and you guys give your input. We vote on things. A huge part of the project was, or process, excuse me. Huge part of the process is having you guys to help me find the best for these creatures and their stories. All right. Oops. Let's see. Okay. All right. So let's bring everything back to life, back to reality. I feel like, I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to hide this. And now we're going to, whoops, get rid of what we don't need to see or what we can't see. It's going to really help make this nicer looking. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Of course, Real Steven TV. Of course. Sophia, to say that correctly, says nice. Nice. I do hate this little line that's going on right here. Of course, we needed that in the beginning, but we no longer do. Now, he's not meant to be precious. I kind of imagine him being a little bit more of a Tom Sawyer kind of boy. All right, what layer? Cancel. What layer? layer? Is it that we're working on? Yeah, that layer. Okay. Like a Huck Finn, Tom Sawyer kind of kid. Yeah, always looking for an adventure. I don't imagine him. I imagine to be kind of like a good, polite Southern kid with a little tenacity. Or a lot of tenacity. Okay, his shirt is bothering me. Get rid of this here. We're messed up. Well, what have we done? We have messed up his legs. Oh no, I've messed him up. I've messed him up. I don't remember where everything was. Well, we don't have to. Maybe we just need to... Let's see. We need to do something. Hey, Alasia. How are you? How's baby? How's man? Do you know how this ends yet, or the saga continues? I don't fully know how the story ends just yet. Not yet. Okay, so that was his waist. We were gonna give him like a shirt, tunic thing. I don't know, something like that. And then, so those were his hips. So he needed to... No, I still have this wrong. Uh-oh. No, there's an ending. There's an ending. It's just, Okay. Let's see. Okay, hang on. I need another... Sometimes you have to go back to the basics. So we have shoulders. We have this. We have hips. Hips, legs, and usually legs are like this. I feel like those are a little high, but let's finish him off. So you can do this at least, well, you can kind of sort of do this traditionally, but you can do this at least digitally to help you give you a guide when something's not working out. It's like, okay, where's the problem? So you just kind of go back to the basics. Yeah, I think his hips were a little high, although again, they're not Grape it does. The only ghost I know is the Holy Ghost. Exactly what my shirt says. Of course it does. We're good. Baby girl's officially in her talking very loudly early in the morning phase. Well, good for you. Good for you, and I'm sorry at the same time. I'm sure that's wonderful, and at the same time it's devastating because it's like I just want to sleep. And we get ourselves a little lanky boy here. Okay, so then his jacket. I think also because his jacket isn't finished. That's one reason why it looks kind of weird too. Yeah, his... Like, should it be down here? Should it be down here? Yeah, I think that I had it up too high. Again, not the best at children's anatomy. Obviously, this is very accentuated. We don't necessarily need that. And so, okay, that's what it was. I've raised his shirt or whatever it is to be, here it is. I need to get rid of this line. And that will help. And so we get rid of that and we'll lower it a little bit. And don't know what this line is here. Get rid of that. That's what happens. You lose track of your layers. I wish I could show you what I worked on today, but I can't. I can't. All right, so then his hips would be like, whoops, more like down here with his pants, I guess. Mm-hmm. They're about, yeah. How old is he? Teen human years or like 100 in elf years? I don't know. 12? pretty much. I'm designing teeth. What? Oh, DDS. I'm designing teeth to your music and they're coming out whimsical. Well, good. I hope they're all like wavy. And have you played this music? I have played this music before. It's just kind of a jaunty little tune, you know. All right. I do think that if I were to refine this character in the future, I would want the thing to, you know, I would want this to be up a little higher, but I think for now, I need a sip of my tea. I think he's just going to be like 12. Keep it simple. 12, 11, something like that. All right, where the freak are these dots coming from? Aha, this layer. You are the culprit. Okay. Yeah, his hands are a little small, but that's okay. Again, this is meant to be like a field guide. Oh, I know what I've forgotten too. Like I said, I'm not very good at clothing. I would love to get better at this. This is just basically more practice. That's what I thought the shirt said. I have one similar to that. Yeah. All right. So then we're gonna go under here. By the way, this is my reference picture. Cancel. I kind of used it. Whoa. What are we doing? Hang on. I kind of used it to give me a general idea of his stance and stuff like that I found on over here on the Instanet or something, wherever it is. And so you can see clothing is way off. I didn't want him to be wearing like a robe. But we're going to figure it out. All right. So big part of it. Thank you, Terra Crystal. The robe was a lot. The Mayan girl was easy because she's just wearing like a sash of rags. The whole full-on jacket is honestly, it's terrible. But thank you for your support. And the other thing is too, I have to always remember it's unfinished. Now I don't want this to be like a half-dressed kid. So we're gonna give him a shirt. Of course we are. He'll get cold up there in the mountains. So his wings, they're under his jacket. Probably will be smaller than what these ones will be. Oh, he's got his little furry legs. We'll work on it. But, all right, let's get started with some coloring. Gosh, we've been going on for, No, he's not wearing a turtleneck sweater. These are skin markings. They're part of his clan, like his species, you know. Okay, let's get out one of our favorite brushes that we've been working with lately. That would be our Inca brush. If I really wanted to make his legs look all furry and stuff like that, I would use a different brush, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so let's steal the colors that we've got over here. So I guess we're going to work on his moss. I need to make this a little bit... Let's find a medium kind of color. Oh, that's bright. All right, so we're just gonna... Oh, this isn't underneath my sketch. Where's the... There it is. I'm on the wrong layer. All right. We're just gonna color Destian in. Destian has a lot of principles. He has a lot of character to him. He's a simple boy. He just wants to belong. Not because he's lonely, per se, but because it's the right thing to do. It's good to be surrounded by the people that you're meant to be with. And if the people that you're around don't seem to really care about your well-being, then should you really be around them? Maybe it's time that you find new people to hang out with. At least that is what Destian thinks. The other folks have been pretty good to him. They've given him a home. They gave him food and clothing. But all his life he could tell, they never really thought of him as one of their own. Too dangerous, they said. He was too bright, too colorful. And that was just dangerous, especially after the war. Let's see. Where's my storytelling music? I don't think that's it. Here we go. It's good enough anyway. So Destian goes out in search of his kinfolk. They say none survived the war. But Destian has a feeling that just isn't true. After all, if something comes to your mind, that's not just pure coincidence, is it? It's got to mean something. It can't just mean nothing. And after all, since nobody would really miss him, and it's not like he would really be causing any problems, because they didn't really want him around anyway. So he packed his little bags. And he didn't think that he needed much. There wasn't much to pack. Destian never wanted to try to stand out. He's a very humble boy. But you can't help being who you are, is the way that he always looked at it. And you can't be faulted for being who you are. And if other people have a problem with that, then it's time to find people who think you're okay for being you. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit afraid. Dastian is very understanding. It's okay to be afraid, because there's a lot of things to be afraid of in this big old wide world of ours. But being afraid ain't no calling for being mean, is the way that he sees it. How did he survive the war? He didn't survive the war. I think this would go into, what was it, Terra Crystal's question? Was it Terra Crystal or was it Grape asking how old he was? He didn't survive the war. The war was a long time ago. He's just one of them leftover refugee kids, I guess. But he doesn't really have any recollections of the war. He just remembers... Well, he doesn't really remember. More like he's been told. And it feels like a remembrance. What the war was like. But surely, if that many people can survive the war, doesn't that mean that his people could survive too? Hey, Mrs. R2! Hello, Tabitha in chat. Little Spidey said they would be friends. I believe it. You know, I bet little Spidey could be this kid. From everything I've heard about little Spidey, this could be little Spidey. Alright, so we got that going on. Nice little camouflage vest thing. We'll just give him a pretty simple-ish, dirty kind of looking tunic. Because he out traveling. He was born a traveling man. Alright, so here's a question. What color eyes do we think he should have? I do think that he has pale skin. I think I would like to play into a little bit of the whole fairy thing of like the fair folk. I mean, I think they were called that for more than one reason, but just kind of sticking with a little bit of the traditional fairy tale aspect. In the future, don't be surprised if you see non-European influenced fantasy creatures coming. Got a lot of plans. Guys, you don't even know. But anyway, some more melanated characters. But what do we got? We got Hazel and Hazel. Okay, the Hazel's winning. Do we want like blue and green Hazel, or do we want brown and green Hazel? Let me know. Call me family. All right. Piercing blue eyes, says Grape. Oh, real blue and green, blue. Okay, so like blue and green eyes. Or, hey, this is our story here. Should it be a weird version of Hazel? Like, I know Hazel's always blue and green, or green and brown. Do you guys want it to be like brown and pink, green and yellow? We could make up our own Hazel if we so chose. Well, this could be a little more. Just throwing it out there. Blue on some orange. Like green and orange? That would be nice. Blue on top, Hazel on the bottom. That's a little complicated. Violet going into blue. I do like the idea of orange because he does have like warm tones in his like wings. So like blue and orange, or green and orange, or violet and orange. I don't want him to look too crazy now. Now don't get, and I mean that, don't mean that disrespectfully. Like, I'm all for the weird and the nonsensical, but we have to also make sure it's complimentary. I don't want to. Yeah. I do like the idea of orange. Violet and orange. Let's look at our color wheel. What we got? Well, violet is like in this range, right? Which is not exactly across. Well, it's kind of across from yellow. We could move it up a little bit into the orange. We could give that a try. We'll give it a try. Okay. Let me really quickly grab this color again. I got 100% see little Spidey being friends with this guy. Well, maybe he's friends with a guy like little Spidey, and it kind of makes Destian a little sad to leave, but you know, you gotta go where you're being called. You know? Okay, so we got kind of a nasty-ish little shirt going on. I've been lurking in the back and working myself while listening to the show. Yes. All right, I just kind of picture a pretty typical brownish red kind of jacket, but let's go for something like this, and then let's see. Yeah. A big part of fabric has to do with the shadowing, so we can maybe save the jacket if we can figure out how to do that. It's hard though. Again, it's not my forte. Shout out to Wexo, by the way, for letting me use his music. Find him on Spotify. Description in the link in the description box down below if you want to listen to more of his music. Shout out to Know Me Without You for hooking me up with that. I've actually believe I got to meet Wexo when I was in Denver last year, so nice guy. Nice guy. He does kind of look like he's going to war, doesn't he? Oh, and then his pants are supposed to be fuzzy brown. Maybe I could make those a little bit more orange colored. It might go with his eyes a little bit, we thinking? Maybe? Why are we sad? Why are we upset? What are we cringing for? Oh, I just finished my character, but the background is white and I don't want to mess it up. You can do it! We believe in you, Maria. We believe in you, Maria. Do you know why we can believe in you? Because... So they're going to try to take these... Exactly. I have no words. I just wanted to play your video. A royal sash. Well, it's supposed to be mossy. It's supposed to be like representing moss. Yeah. Supposed to be wearing like earthy things. Again, I'm not the best with clothing. One day I might make this better. But anyway.
Let's get back to painting, yeah.
Maybe I'll make this a slightly redder color. More of the maroon. Alright, and then we darken it up a little bit. Oh, I was gonna play what about this one? Oh, that was my music. Reemergence. That was my storytelling music. Okay, we gotta darken this up. Boom, boom. Oh well, turned out okay. Oh, I think I messed up his thumb. You do look at her. Yeah, you do. Yeah, his hands are too small. I'm aware of that. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna make it. You know, I don't know why the coat is oversized. Maybe it was his dad's. I don't know. Maybe the war wasn't that long ago. I feel like it would need to be some time. I don't really like the idea of Destian being that close to the time frame, but it would make sense like after the war and everything, you know? Let's see. All right, here comes the fun part. Trying to figure out how to shade. We're just going to kind of work with what we got. Maybe I need to. I think it's too dark. I think I forgot an important element here. This is basically just concept art, so it's okay. I'm not really good with the folds. Should have done something like that here, but I'll make it darker. And then, yeah, darker here. And it's supposed to, like I said, it's supposed to be that field guide look, so it's like we're not doesn't have to be. But he's looking all right. And then we're gonna darken it up just a little bit more for that contrast. Here we go. It's a really deep shadow right here. Yeah, his body language is all over the place, but it's okay. It is what it is. Thank you, Kenny Lang. That's very nice of you. Yeah. Yeah, I would, if I could, I would do the collar differently. Maybe the next time around when I do this. And then, all right, his pants, I think I'm going to make on the more of the bumblebee side, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Let's do this brown color. And maybe we can somehow incorporate that like into his eye as well. Oh, he's so cute. I made that. All right. Brighten it up a little bit. I probably should use a different brush, but I want to... Because now it's just going to look like the same texture as... It's not bad. And then we'll darken it. Oops, little too much. And he's kind of supposed to look a little worn. Okay with that. Yeah. Yeah, she. Yeah. That looks okay. Thank you guys. Thank you. Okay. So for his skin, what if he was a little bit of the yellow variety? Haven't really thought that much about what his skin color would be. I just kind of figured pale, but there are a variety of pale. Should he be a... I don't think he should be a... Well, if he was a bluish color, let's just try this. I mean, I don't mind this color, but what if he was on the... Or what about a grayish green kind of color? That's a little too... That would mean, I mean, that would, let's just give it a try for a second. I'm not totally settled on it, but that would kind of help with the whole idea that he's too colorful, right? But I guess it doesn't really match with the forest vibe of his, you know, moss thing. Unless that would make sense because he's meant to be in the snow because he thinks that his family, or at least his clan, is up in the mountains. I mean, that would kind of make sense, wouldn't it? Let me just fill this in and then we'll stand back and have a look-see. I don't want him to, again, I don't want him to look like an alien. This is not the color I was thinking. Yeah, that is not complimentary. He looks like Grand Admiral Thrawn's child. Yeah, no, let's warm him up a little bit. That's not a bad color, but it's... I don't mind that. Let me... Kind of a grayish color? No, he's gonna have brown hair. He's gonna have he's gonna have brown hair. But what about like a kind of... Well, I tell you what, let's maybe like a reddish brown kind of color hair. Let's color his hair first. Maybe that will help. I do appreciate your input, though. Very good suggestions. Let's play around with it because, you know, a lot of things take a different, you know, around here we have something in mind and then we try something else and we're like, oh, hey, that looks good. That looks better than I thought it would. Kind of like the idea of this little hair's just kind of sticking up out the which way. Makes him look a little bit more like a little boy. Okay, so he got some brown hair. He doesn't have any eyebrows. That makes him look creepy too. But Drow elves have blue and purple skin. I don't want purple. Does he have pupils in his eyes? Yeah, he has normal looking eyes. I just haven't gotten there. So I don't want him pink. Gray. I don't want him to look strange. I mean, I know he's already strange. Maybe we should just keep it with like traditional. It's a little bit on the yellow side, but it would kind of make sense with the because he's already going to have weird looking eyes anyway. So let's go to the green. I wanted it to be a nice green like this color. And we're going to color his skin markings here. Maybe I should have done the skin markings too first, so that would kind of help us know what kind of skin tone to go with. Something that's complementary. I think we might have to go with like this warm, pale warm color, neutral color, because man, I'm gonna have to quit here in a little bit. My hand is starting to hurt. Yeah, that's a lot more than like what I had imagined him to look like. Let's try yellow. Oh, see, now he just looks sick. I kind of like I kind of feel like typical Caucasian skin is, although this does have some green element. If you look at it, it's like, well, it's like a yellow. It's in between the orange and the yellow. I say green. I don't know why. I think that just it's kind of a neutral tone, so it just kind of goes with everything. I think that would just be best for this. I don't want to get too crazy with them, except for the fact that we're going to do his eyes here in a little bit. Oh, I've got the wrong color. No, I was like, his hands look really weird. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, what's wrong with his hands? Much better. Oh, and then I guess these things need to be that color, although I kind of imagine them going green too, so maybe we'll do that. Green with the wispies being, you know, so let's get this color. Yeah, just kind of imagined it being kind of like that, like the end they would go into the green. We can always change that later, but then I wanted kind of a red to be for these things. This is kind of an orange color. I'm not happy with that. Warm yellow for the skin. This is in the warm yellow family. I think it doesn't help that it kind of matches the background. Yeah. Okay. And then this color. All right, hang on. How do people do that? They just kind of. I don't want him to look weird. How do people do that? They just swipe. Well, now he looks like he's doing a weird kiss face. It just looks better with that. It looks boyish. We'll just not have that on there. Oops. Okay. Let me make that a little. It's a little much. That's a little too harsh, but okay. Hello, welcome in. Sorry I didn't see you earlier. All right, so we said for his eyes, we wanted. Well, he doesn't have much room, does he? I didn't leave much room, did I? Yellow. No, orange and green or orange and blue. Let me see how big that is. Let me see. I need to see where exactly his pupils and everything are. Are they? Yeah, he's a little bit cross-eyed. Is this whole thing green and blue? Hey, Sin. Well, we had talked about. Somebody had mentioned orange, I think, and that would. Well, again, Terra Crystal, I don't want him to get too funky. He's already kind of a strange-looking creature, so if I go too bizarre with the colors, I tend to make my character so soulless. I hate it. Let me see. It's a hard thing to navigate. It's like sometimes it'll be good on one side and not on the other, so just make it giant. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna make a new layer here. Shoot. I hate when that happens. Okay. I don't want him to look cross-eyed. I always have a hard time making them look straight on, so that's why I typically will. He still somehow looks cross-eyed, so what am I think it might be. Is it this line? Whoops. I think it's this line too. Something's off. Oops. Now it's too. Oh, I know, because I'm using the wrong pencil. Okay, still a little bit off. His mouth is a little weird, but that's okay. He doesn't have any eyebrows, so that makes it, orange and green. Okay. Let's really quickly see about... Makes a difference. Kind of looks like a little hobbit boy. little bit better, isn't it? Okay. So we said orange to green. Maybe the green that's like in his. He still kind of looks cross-eyed. Is it just me? Yeah, that's better. The orange is off, but maybe. There. Thanks for the follow. I'm from Egypt. I love your content. Very beautiful. Hope we can be friends. Wow. You know, if you're just polite and nice in the chat, we can be friends. Please don't be weird. And be excellent to each other and party on, dudes. Yeah, I think I should leave his... all right. Part of the little creative something in me is like, let me try something. But hold on, let me try something. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I think it kind of looks cool, but is it a little too weird? We're just gonna go all out. We're giving the Amidala. It's kind of cool, but I think it's a little too weird. I don't want him to be weird. Weird. Give him some body markings now. Yeah, no, I like that. But I kind of want him to be a little bit more, like, I don't want him to be weird. He probably has more on his arms or something like that, but we're just going to stick around with that. Well, guys, that would be Dastian. We haven't done much in the rest of the book. I'm going to get better with this, but we went from this, which is really cool, to this. And I haven't done his hair. Let me really quickly rectify that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while we figure all this out. You guys have been absolutely incredible as always. And very supportive for whatever reason, and I appreciate it. I'm going to be buying, don't worry, I'm going to be buying some folks some coffee or whatever beverage that makes them happy. And great, thank you. For somebody who's self-taught, you're pretty darn good. Well, I read a lot. I watch a lot of tutorials. I practice. I practice a lot. It's been fun. Excellent. I'm glad. But yeah, I didn't put any highlights on his face. I think we'll just kind of leave it as is. I kind of left it pretty basic. As I keep touching it. Yeah, keep messing it up. I wish I could be better, but I know that I've come a long way. And, I'm still new to digital artwork. He is very, very cartoony. But it's gonna get better. Once I figure out that's gonna be part of my journey is getting better with faces, getting better with because he's not a chibi. If he were a chibi, this would be a whole other story. But getting better with clothing too, that is something I need to do a lot of practice with. And so I think Destian's gonna allow that to be the case. But I really like the character. I like the story that we're creating. And yeah, he could use a little work. I'm okay with the face. The rest of the stuff's pretty rough. But hey, it is what it is. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for 2.5 hours. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. And Mystery Black Mode, come back hot, saying sorry to keep you waiting. Your picture is looking impressive. Thank you. It is what it is. And appreciate all of you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. I don't know if I'll be streaming anymore this week. We'll have to see because MegaCon is this week. And yeah, it's gonna be busy. Gonna be busy, but appreciate all of you. That's true, great. Project Egg Roll said he learned more on his own than he did in college. Yeah. Mystery Black Mo, this pretty much is the complete thing. I mean, haven't done the writing. I wanted to do a lot more, but I got stuck on a lot of different things. So we will see Destian back again, I'm sure. We're gonna continue on, and don't forget we've got all of our wonderful other creatures that we're gonna be creating, and it's gonna be good. I appreciate all of you. Hit the like button if you haven't already, and yeah, who knows? Maybe in the morning I'll do some gaming. I haven't done Star Trucker in a long time, but I'm still pretty upset with the fact that we know that I delivered those goods to perfection, and somehow it got robbed. You guys were there. Some of you were there. You remember. Okay, it's how Dreaming Alt 4, that was my call. Oh gosh. What was the name of my truck? Guys, I forgot what the name of my truck was. It's terrible. I forgot what my truck's name was. I'll have to see how it is in the morning, though. I was robbed that day. I was robbed, Terra Crystal. But anyway, yeah, Mo, I hope you come back. I hope you come back. But, until then, guys.
In your eyes, so true. Let me call you sweet.